This year, for Monica's birthday, we decided to travel to someplace special. I kept seeing this place on my social media feeds, and we decided to check it out. Join us on this travel vlog as we go visit Luwuk, Sulawesi in Indonesia. We started the day quite early. It was still dark outside, and we had some rain overnight. Lion Air check-in queues are always chaotic. There are long lines, and it always pays to come early. Luckily, we had a Starbucks to get our morning caffeine hit. Matcha for Monica, coffee for me. Lion Air are the only operators flying to Luwuk, and there are no direct flights from Bali. You have to make a stopover at Makassar. The sky was beginning to clear up, and I had some time to take a few photos. I filmed this time lapse as we lined up. It was only while editing the footage that I saw this surprise visitor. Hello, Mr. Pigeon. The flight to Makassar takes approximately 1 hour. We had beautiful weather along the way, and I always love flying above clouds. The Makassar airport was being renovated, and in the chaos, we missed the transit line. We ended up walking around the entire length of the airport, and in the process, we came across this really long escalator. I think it's the longest escalator in Indonesia. We eventually made our way to the departure lounge, only to find out that our flight had been delayed. This is normal for Lion Air. I noticed the staff smelling the food before handing it out to the customers. With chicken and travel, I wasn't sure I wanted to try this. Eventually, they started boarding, and we made our way to the airplane. Makassar to Luwuk is a very short flight. It only takes about an hour. The weather now had cleared up completely, and it was a beautiful scenic flight. Luwuk Airport is situated on a plateau right by the coastline. We had the hill on one side and the sea right next to it. We took a selfie and then went on to collect our bags. The local government are promoting this area for tourism. We loaded our bags in the car and made our way to the hotel. The hotel we chose was Hotel Santika, and we booked a room with a sea view. The rooms are clean, and although there is no balcony, it was a very nice view. With the early wake up and the flight delays, we were too tired to go and explore. We decided to just walk down to the sea and watch the sunset. The water is incredibly clear here, and we couldn't wait to go for a swim. We ended the evening at this charming little cafe. We had arrived in Luwuk, and we couldn't wait to explore. To celebrate Monica's birthday, we woke up for the sunrise. The waters around Luwuk are beautiful, and we made the most of it by snorkeling and doing some sup yoga. The coral here is healthy and the sea life abundant. Monica has a tradition of doing one sun salutation for each year of her life. In the afternoon, we visited the Piala Waterfalls, located 20 minutes away from the city. The entrance is only 10,000 IDR per person. We came across a pair of green dragon-tailed butterflies. I had never seen this species before, and they are so beautiful. There is some construction work going on, with a small dam being built downstream. You have to get past this dam to reach the waterfalls. This is the lower section of Piala. Sulawesi has many cascading waterfalls. We came across another large butterfly. This one was blue. The pathway to the falls are easy to walk on, and we made it to the main waterfall. What a view! You can swim at the waterfalls, and there's a nice ledge where you can pose for some photos. The whole area is magical, and it is easy to spend a couple of hours there. I love how the light was coming in through the trees. This is a popular place for tourists, as you can see with this large group from Surabaya. The hotel staff surprised Monica with a small celebration and some delicious cakes. The Indonesians are such warm and lovely people. Make a wish, darling.
This is for you. Happy birthday from us, Luwuk. Thank you for staying with us.
Just look at how clear that water is. So clear. Day 3 started very similarly to day 2. We went out to snorkel and paddle. I took my drone out to get some photos and videos today. I had purchased this drone specifically for this trip. Monika started the day with some yoga on the stand-up paddleboard. Monika likes to travel with a stand-up paddleboard. This is a perfect place to use it. The water here is just crystal clear. It's very calm and it's very easy to paddle around. We also went snorkeling along the reefs. The coral here is healthy and so full of life. I wish I could name even a tenth of what I saw down there. But here's a school of shrimpfish. After brunch, we got on the scooter and rode to the Salodik Waterfalls. Salodik is located about 1 hour from Luwuk. The roads are great and there isn't much traffic. As a foreigner, be ready to hear friendly shouts of Pule, Pule. The entrance tickets for foreigners are triple the price for the locals, but still a very affordable amount. The park is well maintained and is a popular spot to take photos.
You don't have to go up to watch the stream.
No.
Done.
After some initial confusion,
think
we
the
figured out
park
which way to go
was
to get to the waterfall. This bridge is a great place to take some photos. The Salodik waterfalls are smaller than Piala, but they have a similar cascading style. I took the drone out to capture the waterfalls. Little did I know this would be the last flight with this drone. It all started smoothly, and as I tried to explore this new section of the waterfalls, I noticed the drone drifting. I tried my best to control it, but eventually it crashed into a tree. There is a lot of water here, and I was incredibly lucky that the drone did not crash in the water. The beautiful place and the even more beautiful company helped me overcome my loss. I used the slow-mo feature on my iPhone to try and capture these damselflies, but I just couldn't get them in focus. On the way back from Salodik, we decided to go to Teletubbies Hill. The road wasn't paved, but it was nothing that our scooter couldn't handle. We eventually got to a point where we couldn't go on the scooter anymore and decided to continue on foot. I like to call this hill One Tree Hill.
Hello, puppy.
We came across this cute dog on our path. It was really scared of us,
So
but curious at the same time. There are some farms and villages located in the hills. The clouds hid the sunset from us, but the colors were still beautiful. You can see the ocean in the background. It was a long day, and we finished it with some tasty seafood. We had red snapper, oysters, and some watercress. The waters here are so beautiful that I wanted to snorkel every day. My freediving training has given me the confidence to deep snorkel and explore more. I feel like I see something new every time I snorkel. I ended up renting an Insta360 Ace Pro. It's not a camera that I'm used to, but I think the results came out quite okay. The afternoon was spent exploring yet another waterfall. This time we went to Air Tarjun Ayus, upstream of the Piala waterfalls. The path is unpaved, but it is still quite an easy walk. Now this looks more like the waterfalls I'm used to seeing in Bali. We took turns filming. I explored the area for a bit and even swam across to the cave. Some of the local kids had already crossed over and brought a phone with them. They were kind enough to take some photos of me. We met this farmer on his way to the market in the villages below. You can always ask an Indonesian to pose for a photo. They will happily oblige. They're some of the nicest people you will ever meet. One of the nice things about living in the tropics is the access to fruit. There is so much variety and they are so affordable. Just a riot of colors. After dinner, I enjoyed watching these geckos feasting on the insects flying around the lamp. It was the end of another incredible day. Pulo Dua is part of a group of islands located east of Luwuk. It is about a 3-hour drive to get there. We decided to rent a car for this trip. We just had a little bit of rain, but otherwise the weather was great. The village here is quite isolated, and the only modern place is the Tampotika dive lodge. It was the low season and the lodge was actually closed. The staff did let us unpack our board here and use it as a base. Pumping the stand-up paddleboard is good exercise. As we had arrived quite late, we didn't really have time to paddle out to the island. We still did paddle around quite a bit, and here's some footage that Monika shot with a phone. Without my action camera, I couldn't record any of the snorkeling. It was one of the best spots I had ever been to. We were treated to an incredible sunset. With not many people around, this place feels like a hidden paradise. Despite being closed, the chef prepared a meal for us. There was enough food for 3 people. Luckily, I eat for 2.
Terima kasih banyak.
The way to a man's heart is through his stomach. As night fell, it was time for us to make our long journey back to Luwuk. Another 3 hours in the car. On our last day, we decided to go to Palang Island. This is where the famous Paisupok Lake is located. There are many ways to get to the island. We decided to join a shared charter boat. The AC wasn't working, and we had to rely on natural ventilation. The sea was calm that morning, and the 1-hour journey was uneventful. Many of the villagers are fishermen. It was a beautiful day to be out. The entire island is surrounded by crystal clear water. We took our stand-up paddleboard and made our way to the lake. It was a short journey and it takes a few minutes with quite an easy access.
Apa nama? Pira, halo. Kenapa malu sama video?
The area has seen a massive boom from tourism, thanks to Instagram and TikTok.
Udah pernah main di danau? Ayo.
The lake looked every bit as beautiful as in the photos and videos. There are many drone pilots and boat operators here, ready to help you get that perfect Instagram shot. Time to jump in! The water was really cold. I rented a GoPro with a dome port. The dome port helps you get these beautiful half and half shots above the water and below it. This was my first time with the dome board, and I think the images turned out pretty okay. Underwater, it looked like a world frozen in time. Even the fish weren't moving much. The ripples on the surface, casting these amazing reflections, were the only sign of movement. Monika did her yoga on the stand-up paddleboard, while I went for a swim about. The lake has become a popular spot for freedivers. And for those who can't swim, you still have the option of going on a boat ride. We found this cluster of beautiful dragonflies and damselflies. Some of them even landed on our board. Since I had crashed my drone, I decided to hire a drone pilot to help us make some content. This is one of those videos. A mild mid-morning shower is about as bad as the weather got. After the lake, we made a stop at the lagoon. Monica and I decided to take the stand-up paddleboard and explore the area. We were the only ones out on the water. For everybody else, this is just another place for their next Instagram pose. The final stop of the tour was at the beautiful Poganda beach, beautiful white sand beach and the tall palm trees. A picture-perfect postcard. Alas, all good things must come to an end, and it was time for us to make our way back to Luwuk. At the harbor, I found this long-tailed blind snake. These are some of the smallest snakes in the world.
That is the head.
Eventually, it was time for us to go back to Bali. The time we spent in Luwuk was incredible, and we could easily come back here for a longer holiday. It was time to say goodbye and get on our flight. Lion Air, please don't be late. If you have watched this video until the end, I would like to thank you. And please stay tuned for more.